All right, guys, we're going to get started in 1 minute here. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content. What's up, Wendell? What's up, Chris Bird? What's up, Devon? How many waterfalls to the ocean? What's up, Jose? What's up, Tim? Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you enjoy the content, please smash the like button and check out my link to BITGET. What's up, Mike? What's up, Art? What's up, Hassan? What's up, Devon? Oh yeah, I mentioned Devon. What's up, AGU? What's up, Nightshade? Costa Rica is nice. I'm in San Jose right now. All right, guys, let's get right into the analysis. Don't want to keep you waiting too long. What is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Let's get into the analysis today. Thanks so much for joining me. Smash the like button. Check out my link to BITGET down below if you enjoy the content. Alrighty, so let's see here. Let's get our chart up. And let's start with Bitcoin. Let's start with Bitcoin. We're testing, kind of bouncing off of some major support right here. And the reason this is major support is, let's look at the same spiral line on our weekly. This is the same area we bounced off of in our June lows. So it's the same trend line, the same spiral line. So that's a huge area. Now, your main bullish case here. Let's talk about the small possibility of the fact that we maybe, a small chance that we've already bottomed. If you look at the 9-day on regular candles, you get a yellow X. Now, last time this happened was 2013 in June. This was about 6 months after we had, or 2015 in June, about 6 months after we bottomed, so yellow X after we bottomed there. That would be, kind of a possible bottom signal. However, we're in tough times right now. Looks like everything's looking awful. Fed is being hawkish. The stock market not doing well. It's getting a little depressing. That's what I will say. And yeah, so that's your main little bullish hope here. Double bottom pattern. It's possible. Would I bet much on it? No, but I do think for long term, 20K or 18K right now shouldn't be the worst thing. Shouldn't be the worst time in the grand scheme of things. Most of you probably already think that. Most of the people into crypto kind of already think that. But yeah, 16 day, excuse me. This could curve over. Really the moment of truth. Either this is going to go over, get a red dot, and we're going to capitulate down more, and that capitulation could happen pretty soon. Could be pretty similar to kind of like over here, or your 2015 capitulation as well to the bottom. That could happen. Just rip the band-aid off. That would be nice. If you look at this, the bullish case would be right here. See how the VWAP went over, bounced around the zero line, then came right back up. So that's your kind of bullish case. There's a few things that do look like 2015. And the markets looked more similar to 2013, 2014, or 2013, 2014 bull run. And then bear market rather than the last one, 2017, 2018. So that's what we have to work on there. Now, moving on to some of these time frames like the weekly, or I'm trying to find the highest time frame on Heikens that is printing the yellow X. I believe it is the 8-day. It should load. Oh, we just confirmed that one. Yeah, we were talking about this. Let me just check the stream, make sure everything's doing good. Let's see. Okay, good. And that one's confirmed. Double yellow X's. I don't believe this ever happened before on Bitcoin. This is the first time it's ever happened. It could be one of those scenarios where you need to get another 2 yellow X's and then you bottom out around, 13K, 12K or something. That could easily happen. I believe Ben Cowan said that the earliest he kind of sees the bottom being is like November, December. It would be interesting if it's November because, 2015 bottom was January, 2018 bottom was December, and let's say 2022 bottom is November, 1 month before, possible. It would fit that pattern. So yeah. Also, if you look at your 7-day here, you're printing basically the same thing. It's going to take a little bit longer for this one to confirm. I don't know why it's not showing how many days we have left to confirm this. Believe it's like 4 or 5 or something. Kind of weird. My 7 days is always kind of weird with that. I don't know why. Half the time it doesn't show me how much is left. Same deal with the 6-day. In terms of like where we need money flow to be to really bottom out here, your money flow was deeper here. Your money flow was deeper in December 2018. Also, let's see here. Your money flow was deeper at this point in January 2015 as well. So that's what we have. So deeper money flow. The main case here is this yellow x-axis, kind of like this. This brings you down a lot, sadly, about 51%. Now, it could be less. I'd say, between 40, 50% is where we'd be looking at. 40% is, 11, 12K about. Well, no, actually, I drew it a little wrong. It's actually not as bad. So 40% would be around 12K, a little over 12K. It was 60% in 2015. Then it was 60% in 2015, like I said. Then it was 50% in 2018. This could be 40%, would fit that narrative. You also have some hope at the 400 weekly moving average, which is a big area to look at as well. That's at 13K, so you do have some hope there as well. In terms of like social risk, people Googling and still people being into it, I feel like, what I was thinking about the other day is I don't go on TikTok very often. I don't even have the app installed. I just browse through it on the desktop once in a while. But there's just so many of those brainless TikTok accounts that are just blindly always bullish. Not brainless, but it's not that they're brainless, but the videos they put out are kind of brainless. It's just, some music, them dancing. I see people dancing, about Bitcoin going up or just keep buying, and it's not really, there's not any specific reason they talk about. I feel like what price do we need to go to for those to kind of give up? It's probably, I'd say 12K, 13K, those areas at least. It could be even lower because there's just some, after we saw this bull run, after we saw Elon Musk, Tesla, Michael Saylor, all this stuff, to really be done with it, you need to come down a little bit lower, I think. That's what I was thinking the other day. A little bit, there's just too much of that. Maybe those people are right, though. Who knows? Maybe they're right. But yeah, there's a debate about altcoins too. We'll talk about altcoins. I don't think for long term it's any good type of idea to be buying altcoins right now. That's just my 2 cents. Based on how Bitcoin dominance looks, based on how Bitcoin looks. So we have a neckline for the head and shoulders right here, approximately 15K. And that's kind of somewhat of a significant point, I would say, because right here you kind of had right around, that was 14K basically, 14, 15K. Well, but really here, this is 15K right here. You do see price does gravitate to this point a little bit. I do think 15K would give you a little bit of a bounce. And that could be a possible number for a bottom. Not many people have talked about 15K. It's always 13K, 12K, 10 to 14K. 15K would be interesting because it's kind of the 10 to 14K region is so huge. 15K just right above it. That does happen sometimes. That would give us, let's see what 15K would give us from the top. 78% downward, yeah. Doable. That's Bitcoin. Let's move on to, let's look at the lower time frames. I'm sure you guys want to know what's going to happen right now. So yeah, as I said, right now, testing kind of this major support. Maybe you get a double bottom pattern, and then you're all good. Not seeing enough evidence to really, state that we're kind of bottom just yet. Maybe a local bottom here, obviously, but just coming right back down. Money flow coming up in your 30-minute. There are some decent signs, bullish div on the No, it's technically not a bullish div on your 15. So yeah, some good signs. Some not really good signs. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm not too hopeful right now. Let's see, 9K. 9K is possible. Could be a big capitulation down to 9K. I could definitely see that happening. Am I buying it all right now? No, I have as much Bitcoin as I want, Noah. It's mainly a lot of trading, a lot of short positions. I'm buying into some short funds, some things like that, you know. So yeah. Smash the like button, guys, if you enjoyed the content. Let's move on to Ethereum right now. So Ethereum is, let's start with the 10-day here, which looks, you know, pretty bad. I was talking about this in my Discord, and yeah, I mean, you got the red dot right there. Your money flow looks as bad as possible. Look at that curvature. This looks like Armageddon right here. This looks as bad as possible, kind of. You know, you say it's like that. That's a 70% dump. If this red dot plays out the same way, it's 70%, 440. However, if it's like this red dot over here to our previous bottom, that's 60%. 60% ain't like the worst thing, really. Because 60%, you know, 600, that's not that bad. You know, it's not that low. So yeah. And then kind of the same trajectory on the 8-day. What we have to look at here is kind of, I think money flow may give us a good indication of a bottom possibly, which could happen. November is kind of the way I'm mapping it out here. Come down in November, 60% down, right around 600. So it would probably be just a slow bleed down for the next month and a half, maybe, if that's the case, just a slow, more gradual capitulation. I don't know exactly, you know, what happened here, but it just looks like a gradual, you know, slow down turn rather than COVID, which just shot right down, you know what I mean? Not like this one, though, not like 2019, but a little faster than that, but still would probably take a month to get there. Maybe less. I mean, I'd have to zoom in and really see exactly what happened here. You know, this was an 8-day period. You did come down quite a bit there, November 17th. So maybe it's like that in a week or so, maybe in October. Could be sideways for a little bit. I mean, we have been having some pretty big moves lately. Could be due to be sideways for a little bit. Blood diamond confirmed back here. I think it's lagging a little bit, but I think it will play out and bring us down. Similar to probably this one, maybe a little less. I don't think it's going to bring us down all the way to whatever this was. I don't even want to look at it. It's probably so bad, but yeah. It was probably like 87%, I believe. And then we look at these, you know, blood diamonds confirming 4-day. Blood diamond, I believe, is confirmed on the 5-day now. So yeah, when you have this many blood diamonds, especially after the news event, yeah, it kind of looks like sell the news, which is what's already, you know, kind of already been seen. I was talking about originally looking to get in maybe long-term on ETH around, I believe it was the spiral line at 1400. Looked at how the market looked there, did not look good. I waited, and now we're lower. Market still does not look good. So yeah, that's how I, you know, look to invest for kind of the long term. You know, I look at things. I look at things that I think may be good when they confirm, and then I reevaluate. And sometimes they don't look as good. So you always have to adapt in this this environment. 3LX is there. Could have another one or two down to this level. 1100 is going to be a big point. Kind of this pocket between the spiral line and the support and the Fibonacci level. Excuse me. So this is a big area. I mean, you do have a lot of spiral lines around here. These 3 spiral lines, price does respect it typically. I think you'll at least get some type of reaction there. There is that possibility to form a double bottom there if the market cycle has already bottomed, but I don't think that's very likely. And then more for the short term, you confirmed a blood diamond on your 3-hour. And let's see here. Getting a little bit, money flow coming up in your 30-minute. You're getting a little bit of relief. I could see it coming up a little bit here. Definitely a little bit. But you saw with this jump after, right before, I forget exactly when, before or after the Fed meeting, you jumped up. Harsh rejection off of that. that's usually marking a local top. So yeah, let's look at the chat. Let's see here. Another Google user. Yeah, I think that probably would. If Bitcoin would go under 50K, how long do you think the price would go under? It could be under that point for a month or two, for a few months. Definitely, as long as it was around under 4,000 in 2018. So yeah, 15 to 15.5K within the next 2 weeks. Definitely possible, Chris Bird. ETH to 300. That's a big area too. So yeah, 16-day on what on ETH? Let's see. I don't believe that's printing anything yet. Oh, whoever told me to do this, shout out to whoever told me to do this, because look, it's never happened before where it just rolled over after, well, in terms of the market cycle bottom, this has never happened. Now, I don't believe Bitcoin is printing anything on the 16-day. It's not yet. So we do have 7 days for us to confirm. Yeah, it's just not looking too good, guys. That's another, like, especially if this confirms, whether it be regular or hiking ashy candles, I think it's gonna be a strong bearish sign either way. First time it's rolled over. So yeah. And yeah, like we looked at, I mean, just nothing is really looking too hot right now. Let me show you guys a trade I'm in right now on Atom. One of my trades, don't show them all. This is the freebie I gave you yesterday in my BITGET tutorial. If you want to check out that video, it's from yesterday on my channel. So yeah, winner so far. And I'm in a lot of trades right now, so I'm not risking a crazy amount on this. This is only a $11,000 account, so you can't be too crazy with it. But yeah, it's one trade on BITGET. If you're interested in signing up for BITGET, I negotiated a really good promo for you guys. Link in the description below. If you already have an account, you can create a new one to get that promo. Only, I believe there are still 5 or 6 spots open for the first 10 people. So yeah, and there's 0 spot trading fees right now for BITGET for probably a limited time. So yeah, check that out. Link in the description below. Thoughts on Bitcoin to 3K. So some people have talked about it. I believe somebody told me Crypto Savvy has talked about it. He makes a pretty compelling argument. I haven't watched too many of his videos, but he does make a pretty compelling argument for it. The difference between that, people compare it to kind of Amazon coming down 95% after the dot-com bubble. Difference with that is Amazon was not, the NASDAQ. I compare Bitcoin more to the NASDAQ. Amazon was just an individual stock. So Amazon I would compare more to like, Cardano or Polkadot or Solana, one of those. So I don't think that's very likely at all, Noah. I do think like if we have a situation where Bitcoin goes down to 10, 12K and everybody's saying, next stop 5K or 3K, I think that's where we could see a bottom at, 12, 13K. That would make a lot of sense. However, if we get down to 12, 13K, every single person thinks that, it is the bottom. That's where things get a little hairy. So I don't think 3K is likely. I think things would have to get really bad for you to come down that low. I mean, I'll tell you guys right now, and I'm going to stand by this. I'm not going to buy, Bitcoin at any price under 10K. I'll buy some more, 10, 12K, 13K, sure. But if we go under 10K and we're just bouncing around, under 10K, I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to sell anything I have, but I'm not going to, it just gets into kind of failed asset category when it comes down that low. And that kind of goes into argument with some people like Forrest from Crypto Stackers has said, Bitcoin becoming old technology and ETH, kind of taking over. You kind of have to look at what the other cryptos are doing. If Bitcoin, in some circumstance goes down, goes that below 10K and stays under it for a while. So yeah, Chris Bird, that's cool. Show Doge, yeah, sure, we can go over Doge. Yeah, that's one of the tokens that I've been short on. quite a few times. And the main thing with this is kind of like, we'll talk about, we want to look at Bitcoin dominance too, but let's just do a kind of a top down here. Curving over on the 16-day. Let's see if the, not yet, but that's about to print a red dot. And let's see here. Not like, I mean, money flow across from the red in the daily. Your red dot confirmed on the 8-hour. You do have some money flow kind of trying to come up here. And your 5-hour blood diamond confirmed. This is one of the points that I'm looking at why it would be a good short entry. I mean, this one was a little lag, a little delayed, then down. This one right down. Let's look at the history. This one right down. So, let's say this is probably, this would make for a very good short, 14% downward. 14% downward, that brings you down to 5 cents essentially. That's, I think, our June bottom. Yeah, around 5 cents. So that would be kind of, maybe you do have a double bottom, but that's what we're looking at. If this weekly does confirm a bullish div, the odds that we've already bottomed out for the market are a little bit higher, but this could take a while. It could be November, December before this confirms theoretically. So that's what we got to be careful with. Overall, like I've been saying, like the narrative has been just not a good market, just not a bullish market. Really nothing is overall. And we want to look at the reason why, I'm looking into shorting more altcoins is because Bitcoin dominance looks so good. And Bitcoin dominance is, starting to really, looks like it's really starting to bottom out here and curve up. While everything else bleeds, as we see towards the end of bear markets. So, yeah. In terms of like what I think about, getting in for long term. So, let's say if you were somebody buying, Bitcoin in, I don't know, January, December of 2020, December of 2020, it was at, I think 20K, 30K, it got up to 40K around that time. So say you were buying between 30K, 40K. In the long term, obviously not a good, as we've seen, not a good point because we're at 18K now, but you did come up a bit there and you could have taken some profits. So you had plenty of chances to take profits in the 60Ks. I think we're kind of at that same area maybe in terms of the bull or in terms of the bearish area. In terms of shorting right now, it's probably still a lot of opportunity in the market to short, obviously, for probably the next few months. But in terms of holding a short for a very long time, many months, that's you guys probably know that's where it's going to be the opposite. Kind of hard to explain, kind of the opposite of what we've seen. Maybe it's kind of like the bearish version of January 2021, kind of. Your weekly right here, we looked at the weekly, 2-week, curving up at the VWAP. So yeah, about to print a bullish div as well here. That's going to be big. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to come up even more. Come on, let's load there. Yeah, I mean, I guess your real ETH maximalist or whatever would say head and shoulders or whatever we break down farther, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think it's going to be bullish. I think we're going to come up. ETH Bitcoin is probably just as bearish as well. Or just, very bearish. Curving down with the 2-week. Kind of a head and shoulders. Bam, target. Right there. Doesn't change too much. We're hitting kind of this support right here. I feel like we're just going to go under the Bajo, go right under it, right through. But maybe you bounce up a little bit here. So, yeah. What's Bitcoin doing at the moment? I'm curious. Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be, we're kind of due to be a little bit more sideways since we've been getting a little bit more volatility, but, Maybe just bounce around the spiral line for a little bit. Y 5.3. Let's see. I think crypto face, I mean, I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth, but I might be wrong on this. I believe he said one time, he kind of clarified by forever he means for a few years. He means for a couple of years. There is always the possibility of failed asset, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's see. Without stablecoins, sure are. And then, okay, I think I know what you're saying, Luciano. What's up? First cycle. Okay, so I know it was about 20x this cycle, 100x the previous cycle. I don't know, a couple 100x the cycle before that. Yeah, if you do stuff like that, I mean, it would probably give you, what, a 5x in the next cycle? Probably 10x, I don't know. But do the... well, Luciano, tell us. I don't want to do the math. Tell me what the math is. Tell me what the percentage of gains we're going to get. DX, yeah, let's look at the Dixie. Forgot about that. It's just, I mean, that's what kind of the Fed is trying to do, which, yeah. You're still in the territory where you could reject off at this point, though, but they want to be, like, strong with the dollar. It's going to get more choppy. Like, we know that this is not sustainably just going to keep shooting up like this unless you have a real black swan event. It's going to be more choppy. Yeah, I'd say it's going to start to be a bit more choppy. You're already hitting a big level. I don't know. Maybe this monthly, once this confirms monthly bearish div, it'll probably make it more choppy. You'll probably bounce around a bit. I don't know if you're just going to... I mean, 1980s... Let's look at that real quick. That's where it's insane. That's kind of why where, you know, if you looked at this back in the 80s, you probably would have thought, yeah, without knowing really what happened, you probably would have thought we went into a, you know, like a major depression or something. But no, it was just I believe there was a recession at that point, but we're still in a recession at that point. But yeah, it's possible it could keep raging up. I mean, maybe in between both of these. Great Depression goes up to 200. I'm not the biggest expert on the Dixie, but yeah. Let's see here. Well, it wouldn't be a stream without the S&P 500. I mean, it's looking the same as it has. You kind of lost some hope here. Your monthly was curving up. Now it's, you know, about to come back down. So probably going to be a while before that finally does confirm a, you know, green dot in the monthly. And even after that one, if it's like 01, you're still got more time there before you bottom out. Weekly looks awful, as bad as possible. You know, it just looks so bad, really. 2 week, bad. I mean, it's kind of the same as what we've been talking about for a while. Really, what you want to look for is, you know, I mean, for those EMAs to turn from gray back to bright, kind of like here. Usually gives you a really good run up. Let's see. Maybe Brad, yeah. What did you miss, Bob G? Oh, man. Let's see. It's hard to say. I'd have to look at Solana. We've talked about it a bunch of times. Bullish or bearish on Netflix? Oh, man. I think, you know... I've talked about that. I think you got to wait till the 2 week goes into, well, I don't want to say. I was talking about 2 week going in the red. That may have already happened, though. Let me mute myself for 1 second here. Netflix. Yeah, when this 2 week goes in the red. Yeah, that curvature just not looking good at all. Coming right down. I think we're getting into some rough times, guys. That's what I have to say. I mean, sadly. This is a short fund for the NASDAQ that I've been looking at. looks pretty good on your 2-week, curving up the VWAP right there. So yeah, guys. Okay, so 300, about 400%. Interesting. Okay, Luciano. I think that's, yeah, it's doable. All right, guys, we've been on about 33 minutes here. A little tired tonight. Probably going to get off. Went through everything. A lot of stuff remains the same. Not looking too good. There's a hope for, obviously a jump off of this, pocket right here with the spiral line, but just sadly not looking too good with the Dixie region and everything. So yeah, guys, hope you have a good one. Please smash the like button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and check out my link to BITGET down below. Exclusive offer I negotiated just for you guys. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.